Back when I was in Russia, I had no idea about who I am, what I wanted from life. But I did had a prestigious work. I did have friends, and I had some routine, and I was living on my own. Um I had a, as I thought, a good life. But one day, as I was leaving from work, I had to go through this park, and it was also like evening time. I think that was winter time. It was, as I was going through the park, you have to kind of cross the park. I suddenly had this feeling within me, which was very real, like I am going to die, like within few days. Like I didn't know exactly when, but like very soon, and it was very real. I got really scared, and like out of nowhere, and I thought to myself, what is this? What is this? Like what is this from? Like it was very disturbing for me. And then while like with each step, I started to feeling like scared, like I was really scared. Then what do you do, for example, if you know that this is the end? My thoughts started to race, and I thought to myself, it can't be happening. What can is there anything can be done here? So I started talking to God, because I thought, he can help. And I haven't talked to God like forever. Like for me, like I was just living, like it was just for me, like I was living day to day. I had a good life. Like I didn't really thought about questions of what's there after death, what's the meaning of life. I didn't ask myself those questions. So I started asking God. At that time I started pleading with God, and I was saying, please, please, God, don't do this. Don't allow me to leave. Like don't please don't take my life. I got really scared. I got really scared. And you know why I got really scared? Because I thought to myself, I it feels like my life will end abruptly, not in the way that I am too young to die, but in a way that in my mind, I had a lot of regrets. I suddenly, like at the same second, like I start remembering the situations where I was nice, wasn't nice. Like maybe I did say something mean. Maybe the situations with relatives that have still have to be resolved, and I didn't had a really desire to do it. But and maybe it was my fault that why I thought that way. So I had a lot of regrets, and I was talking to God, and I was saying, I can't leave yet. I need a time. Please spare my life, because I need to make it right. I need to make it right with myself, like with myself and others. Like that's what I thought to myself, that I need to make this right. Like it can't be happening. Like I'm like it was sort of like a realization that this life is not all about this. Like if my life was actually over like within the next 2 days, like I wouldn't have, it would be wasted, sort of. Like it felt like I'm wasting my time. That's sort of a message that I got from whatever. Like, and I don't know if it was like awakening, but that was the first time where I actually like, it was really weird. I still remember like it was yesterday. And from then on, I started trying to, I thought to myself, if God will spare me, if I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna start to actually, think of the consequences if I'm going to be talking to somebody, and not thinking of consequences if I'm hurting somebody just because, I'm not really apologizing, but I have to think of the consequences, what's going to happen, um, if I was to die, for example, then how would I have to take it with me, like in that way, that wasn't something fair. Like right away, I knew what was done wrong by me. So I thought to myself, I'm going to do it right this time. I apologized to people that I heard it. Like I reached out. Until this day, I think I talked to everybody that I thought I did hurt. I don't think I have anybody that I really would deeply have like betrayed or hurt somebody without like being consciously that I did it, like I knew of, you know. So I feel like at this point, my conscience is clear. My conscience is clear. And I think that was so long ago. And it took so like I have come so far to be in this like spot where I'm like, okay, my conscious is clear right now. I'm living through, now I'm living and walking through this space of clear conscious where I actually feel good about myself, you know, feel good that okay, if something happens, well, God forbid, I need to be here, I want to be here because I have kids now and I want to be here for my kids. But yet, you know, I feel good about myself. In the way of this awakening, I feel like I started listening more to myself, like to my soul, to God. I started list understanding myself better, you know, that I came back to myself because I was living um through that place where I didn't really knew who I was. I didn't really knew who what I wanted to from life, what I wanted to um have in relationships, what I liked, what I loved, what was something that inspiring to me, my values. Like I knew nothing about it. I was not even interested. Like it was like a whole all a dream for me. It was just okay, prestigious work and was friends, which were not friends, which I considered as friends, for example. But a lot of times that I would it was just all a mirage for me. Like it's a sort of like step step one in the, or like entering completely new perspective on life. So yeah, I believe that there's still a lot of people who are not really thinking about what this life is about, and it's fine because everybody has had its own time. I feel like for everyone it happens in its own way and its own time. And it's a it might look like a long process, but it's so worth it because if we don't ponder about okay what this life is about, then it's harder to look at all our experiences, especially difficult ones, and accept them as lessons. Because in any other way, it would just be experiences that are painful and that I want to just suppress and forget, and that will not work for my good. But once I know that there's something bigger than me, that there is meaning to this life, and I have been coming to myself, coming back to myself, and getting back into connection with God. Um, ever since that day, I now know that all this experiences, all this um, relationships that were really difficult, past relationships, all this maybe the hard situations that I've been through, pain, it's everything taught me something about myself and about the world, about how I deal with the world. And it's everything was like a step, like a, you know, in the stairs, step in the stairs towards myself, towards knowing myself. So if we do want to understand what is this life is about, it's very easy to say yes, life is about love because God is love. But when we live through it and we integrate this lessons and we come out from all these painful experiences, painful memories, come out come out on the other side with the experience, but with the strength that is integrated, um, pain turned into knowledge, which I gave all this pain. I only kept experience and memories, but I gave all the pain back to God because it had taught me something. if it wouldn't be for pain, like I don't know, like I don't think I would ponder, like I don't think I would cry out and ask why did you allow this, why did you do this to me? Like I was angry, it was the whole different range of emotions. It was a lot of pondering, a lot of thinking thoughts, and a lot of um, quiet moments as well. Quiet moments. So, yep. And sometimes we don't see a full picture or full plan, and it's fine, because I feel like if it would probably like sometimes I feel like it would sabotage the um the full lesson if we want it to be integrated, because if you already know what's the lessons is about, or why is it, or you can see the bigger plan or bigger picture, it would be as less authentic, the lesson itself, if you know what I mean. But yeah, everybody who goes through something, goes through difficult times, just I wanted to give you the validation and tell you that I see you. I've been there. I've been through so much pain as well, and I want to tell you that you deserve love, you deserve good life, but you are going to get through this. And please keep going, and please be strong, and be safe. God bless you.